So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I want to talk about feminine energy. I want to talk about love. I want to talk about connection. I want to talk about all those things, all the beautiful, cozy fall things in this video. Not fall things, but love, connection makes you think of cozy and fall, at least for me. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is definitely feeling the cozy vibes. I got a candle going. I got a warm drink here. I got my blanket, and I really just wanted to share. I just watched, or I was really, really excited for Victoria's Secret to come back, the show. And it was just so feminine. It was, Victoria's Secret is one of those brands that just really exudes femininity. And to see them embrace that made me feel good. And I love embracing my own feminine energy, my own femininity, glamour, luxury, connection, all the things. And so I just really wanted to have a feminine kind of sit down chit chat video. I have my blanket as well. I'm really relaxed, and so I really wanted to talk about this thing that I had to contend with when it came to my own feminine energy, my own femininity, and this was connection. And so I wanted to share a little bit about my story, and perhaps it can help you if you're on a feminine energy journey, if you're trying to reconnect with your feminine essence. I think that perhaps it can be helpful. I've been very vulnerable and very kind of vocal on this channel about my feminine energy journey and my wanting to reconnect with that part of me. The way that my upbringing was, and for most people at this point, that part is not as celebrated in some circles. I mean, I think in some circles, some parts of our culture, it is celebrated. But I'll tell you, it wasn't that much celebrated mine. No. And so it did present a lot of issues for me, especially when it came to relationships, even friendships, business. It did present many issues for me. And I recognized that. I recognized that something was off. I recognized that I wasn't feeling connected. I wasn't feeling fulfilled in a lot of aspects of my life. And I've shared a lot of that on my channel. And that was mainly in my career. And, I used to work for the federal government, and your girl used to go hard. I mean, that job was very stressful. I worked in HR, and we did discipline actions. And HR is one of those things that could be a feminine career field, but not the way that I was in it. It was very, very stressful. When you feel disconnected with your body and you feel numb all the time, that's not it. That's not the vibe. And even in my relationships and my romantic relationships, I could tell that there was a disconnection. I was not connected. And even as of recently, I talked about my feminine energy. I shared that on this channel. I talked about it. I had a mentor. I hired a mentor. And one of the things I kept complaining to her about, yeah, I was complaining. One of the things I kept complaining to her about was I wasn't feeling connected in my relationships. And so one of the things that she shared with me, which was totally eye-opening was the reason why I wasn't feeling connected in my reality with other people and with anything is that I wasn't connected with myself. And when she told me that, it really just opened my eyes. Like, when they say, I once was blind, but now I see, like, I used to sing that song all the time, Amazing Grace, all the time growing up, but I never really knew what that song truly meant. Like I was spiritually blind and now I can see. Like I see clearly, I see purely, I see with clarity. Like I didn't know what that meant. And in that moment when she told me that, I saw clearly. But here's the thing. I had known that conceptually, like cultivating alignment within yourself is so important. And so being connected with yourself, obviously, internally would mean that it would be reflected in my reality. I, for some reason, knew that conceptually, but I wasn't embodied in that. And so that was when I really started to connect more deeply with the masculine within me. Like, I had been doing that performative feminine energy, like, sensual and like doing more feminine things and all those things. But I wasn't connected with the masculine aspect of me, the masculine aspect of me. And that was when I realized that the masculine waking dream, the matter, was what I needed to connect with. I was not cultivating this relationship within me for it to manifest in my reality. So that masculine aspect of myself and the feminine aspect of myself was disconnected. And it's so important if you want to have a fulfilling romantic relationship or be fulfilled and be deeply connected with life is to cultivate this connection of mind and heart. Mind, your masculine aspect of yourself, the logical aspect of yourself, and your heart. And there was a disconnection there. And I had to realize if I really want a fulfilling relationship in my reality, like because the real reality is actually, potential love, the spiritual dream, but we consider the 3D reality, right? So if I wanted to have that connection, if I wanted to feel fulfilled, if I wanted to have that deep connection, I needed to align within myself. And that meant my heart and my mind and have that in alignment and cultivate this relationship within me that will then be manifested in my physical reality. And I think that, we especially if you're trying to connect with your feminine energy, you often want a man. You want to, have that in your reality. You want a man, you want to, that kind of thing. And so we often will like, I need to be in my feminine energy to attract a man. But that's not it. That's not it. It is this connection within yourself. And then it is manifested in your reality, in your outside reality. That's how that works. So you might, if you cultivate the performative feminine energy, you cultivate your feminine energy, you might be able to attract a man. But I tell you one thing, it ain't going to be fulfilling because that counterpart is going to, or partner is going to reflect the disconnection that is within yourself. It's going to reflect the insecurity within yourself. It's going to reflect the unworthiness that's within yourself. Make sure that mic's on. It's going to reflect the doubt. It's going to reflect the fear. It's going to reflect all those things because you're not connected within yourself. It is about cultivating the relationship within yourself, and that is your relationship with life. Like, life is loving me and I am loving life. It is this relationship. And if you see it as life is showing me something, life is loving me right now, and how can I love life right now? And you really make it this sensual, like, I speak as love, I see as love, I hear as love, I touch as love, I taste as love. And it's this thing, because the five senses is actually our connection to this thing. Mind and heart alignment. And it is this relationship. And if we can cultivate that relationship within ourselves and trust in life, trust in life, and that's when it's reflected in your reality. And so feminine energy totally is not, trust me on this, is not about, okay, I'm just going to relax and I'm going to do, even though that has something to do with it, relax, but like you relax and trust in life. And it's this inner game that is reflected. Like, I talk about the One Dream model. If you haven't watched that video, if you haven't watched the video on the One Dream model, I highly, highly encourage you to watch that video. Okay, watch that video of the One Dream model, because the goal is to have the spiritual dream and the waking dream to be one. One flesh in alignment. There is no difference in the spiritual dream versus the more waking masculine dream, because you are a clear vessel, and it's not hitting any of these limiting beliefs, or it's not hitting any of these stories. It's not hitting these blockages. It's not hitting anything. You're a clear vessel. And so it's one dream. It becomes one dream, one flesh. And that's what they talk about. It's a one flesh, that there's no difference. So your 3D reality becomes a reflection of love, because you are love. You are speaking as love. You are hearing as love. You are tasting as love. You are touching as love. Healing as love. You are love. And so your reflection is love, because that's what you are. And so that is what I wanted to share. That was such an eye-opening moment for me when she was like, you're disconnected with yourself. And sometimes when you're in victim mode and you don't realize, things, victim, like being a victim, and I don't even like to say being a victim, because that sounds so, it's because being a victim, and like people will villainize the ego and all that kind of stuff, but it's part of it. Like, it's part of knowing thyself. Like, being in that state is part of knowing thyself, knowing yourself as love. Like, you will not know yourself as love if you didn't play these roles. And so it's not a bad role, even though we might look at it, it's just a state. It's just one state. As we move up and we realize, oh, I need to release this, I need to release this to get back to myself, my natural self, who I am. I am that I am, which is love. And so, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And so, anytime that you might be trying to manifest love or manifest a partner or manifest deep connection in your life or fulfillment, go back to cultivating that within yourself and realizing and letting go of those untruths that are within you, the unworthiness, the insecurity, the fear, the doubt, the all those untruths. Because what will be revealed is that it's there. Because you are it. You are it. And so, yeah, I love talking about this thing. I'm just really feeling in my feminine right now, like the cozy vibes, like the trees are red, the leaves are changing, got my candles going, got my blanket and stuff, and I really wanted to share that because especially when it comes to speaking about feminine energy, you hold the power. You are a sovereign being. And so you are love. And when you release those things that are saying that you're not love, then your reality will reflect that back to you. So it's not about, I need to do these things. It will always be about being. Who are you being? What are you aware of? What are you aware of? And so I really wanted to share that. Anyways, you guys, that's all for this video. I really just wanted to have a feminine, girly chit chat and talk about those things that um, are important on your spiritual journey. So, anyways, you guys, that's all. And I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.